Good Tavach, everyone. Welcome as we learn the Mishna Yomis for Shabbos Kodesh, Shabbos Pashas Vayera, broadcasting from over here in Los Angeles at the home of Jonathan and Chani Weiss, Yonatan and Chani Weiss, as I'm here for a scholar resident Shabbos, celebrating the Siyum of Seder Noshim here in California in Hancock Park. And we are finishing the third very, very difficult, perhaps the most difficult parak of Mishna is in Masechtas Yevamos. Well, there is a later parak, which is also difficult, but it's going to get easier. Just be patient as we are dedicated by Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Robert, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruven, and Neshama should have an Aliyah. We are also dedicated to Nishmas Avram Yishai ben Shmayo Yosef, for Shalem for Yevamos ben Chayesar, for the Schus of Avram Yam Benish ben Malkiudis and family, Vayol Klugman and family, for Shalem for my Shver Vigdai ben Rivka, Yalad ben Chava, and Meir ben Chayesar. They should have a Refuah Shalema b'Seich Sharchel Yisrael. So the Mishnah now talks about a new idea, and that is if a woman has Zika from two brothers, so then the third brother cannot do Yibum, but rather, as we will see, he has to do Chalitza. So the Mishnah starts off with the following case. That's Mishnah Tes in the third parak. Shloisha Achim, you have three brothers, Reuven, Shimon, and Levi. Nesuin Shalosh Nachrias. Reuven is married to Sarah, Shimon is married to Dinah, and Levi is married to Yocheved. And Omeis Achad Mehem, Reuven dies, so Sarah falls to Shimon and Levi. V'asa ba'asheni maimer. Shimon makes a maimer, Kedusha Yevamos, to Sarah, and then V'meis, and then Shimon dies. So now Sarah falls to Levi with a connection from both Reuven and Shimon. She was Reuven's wife, but Shimon also made a maimer. So then Hare Elu Choltzais V'loi Misyabmos. So Levi has to give Chalitza and not Yibam to both Sarah and Dinah, Shimon's wife. Shenemar, now why can't he be Miyabim? Shenemar Umeis Achad Mehem, if one brother dies, Yevama Yavayaleh, then you could fulfill Yibam. Only She'aleh Zikas Yavam Echad, only one who falls from one brother. V'loi She'aleh Zikas Shnei Yevama, not where the woman falls from two brothers. Now over here, Sarah is falling to Levi with a connection to two brothers. She was married to Reuven, and after Reuven died, she had a maimer with Shimon. So she's falling from both brothers, so therefore Levi does not do Yibam with her, only Chalitza. Comes along Reb Shimon, and Reb Shimon has a different take on this. Reb Shimon Aimer. Now let's get the case before we explain Reb Shimon. What happened over here is that Reuven was married to Sarah, Shimon was married to Dinah, and there's another brother, Levi. And Reuven dies. So Sarah falls to Shimon and Levi. Shimon makes a maimer on Sarah, and then Shimon dies. So Rabbi Shimon holds that the nature of the maimer is a suffix. Either the maimer is kind of completely, like sleeping with her, or the maimer does nothing. And therefore Reb Shimon says, Miyabim le'ezer sheyirtza. Levi could be Miyabim Mamonivshach, either Sarah or Dinah. Why? He says as follows. Let's take Sarah. Levi could be Miyabim Sarah, because if maimer is kind of completely, so then it erased his relationship. It relates Sarah's relationship with Reuven. It's only Shimon's wife. And now, when Shimon dies, Levi could be Miyabimar. If Yibam does nothing, so then she's only the wife of Ruvain who died. So Levi could be miyabim the wife of Ruvain who died and do yibam. So miyabim le'ezeh sheyirtz, it could be miyabim either one, but only the chayleitz lashniya. The other wife, remember, Shimon had his own wife Dinah. The other wife, he can't be miyabim her also, because maybe the mimer did a complete kinyan, and therefore Sarah was only Shimon's wife now, and therefore he can't give yibam to both Sarah and Dinah, because then they're the two wives of Shimon, and you could only make yibam with one. On the other hand, she needs chalitza, because maybe mimer was not kohen at all, and if mimer is not kohen at all, Sarah wasn't Shimon's wife, it was only Ruvain's wife, so then Dinah needs to have chalitza. Shnei achin nesuin l'shtei achayis. This is a simple case. Reuben and Shimon are married to Rachel and Leah. Omeis achin mehem. Reuben dies. So now Rachel falls to Shimon. Of course, Rachel is forbidden to Shimon because Shimon is married to Leah, so it's achayis ishtay. But then va'acha kach meisa ishtay sheni. Leah dies now. So can Shimon be miyabim Rachel? Because then you can marry your wife's sister after your wife dies. No, because since at the time in the Nefila, Leah was still alive when Reuven died, so Rachel became forbidden as a sha'achas, as achlis ishtay, and therefore she becomes an eishes ach shaloi b'mkei mitzvah, so that even though subsequently Leah dies, harizu asura olav Yevamos, Rachel is forbidden to Shimon forever. Hoyel v'neser olav sha'achas, she became forbidden as soon as Reuven died, and Leah was still alive. She became forbidden as achis ishtay, and an eishes ach shaloi b'mkei mitzvah. That issa remains always. Now the final Mishnah of this very difficult parak. Shnayim shekitcher shtei nashim. We have over here, let's say Chaim and Daniel are Mekadesh Sarah and Dinah. So Chaim married Sarah, and Daniel married Dinah. Ubishas knisas and l'chuppah, a terrible tragedy happened when they went to the hotel. Hichlifu eshel zeh lozeh ve'eshel zeh lozeh. Accidentally, the two women got mixed up. They looked very much alike, and it was late in the night, and they got mixed up. And Chaim slept with the wrong one, and Daniel slept with the wrong one. They did b'shoigeg, so they each were over the isser of eishes ish b'shoigeg, so they have to bring a chatas for committing adultery b'shoigeg. Hari elu chayavim mishem eishes ish. Now, if besides that the problem was aggravated, that hayu achim, it wasn't Chaim and Daniel, it was Reuven and Shimon that married Sarah and Dinah, and the wives got mixed up. So not only are they over adultery, eishes ish, but they're also over that they slept unwittingly and by accident with their brother's wife. So they're also a chayav v'chatas mishum eishes ach. If on top of that, Reuven and Shimon were not just married to Sarah and Dinah, but they were marrying sisters. So now when they slept with the wrong woman, they also slept with achris ishtay. V'imoyu achayis, if they were sisters, so not only are they over from sleeping with a married woman and their brother's wife, but also mishum isha alachayisa, they slept with their wife's sister, so they're chayav a third chatas. V'imoyu nidais, if they were also menstruants and they unwittingly slept with a menstruant, which is also an issa kares, mishum nida, then they're chayav a fourth chatas because of nida. Now, since it was done b'shogeg, after they could take their wives back, but they have to wait 3 months to make sure that they didn't become pregnant, because if they became pregnant, the child would be a mamzer. Umafrishin oisan shloisha chadashim, we separate them 3 months. Shema Mubar is saying, because we have to make sure that they weren't pregnant. Because if they were pregnant, then the child will be a mamzer. If the wives were minors that couldn't become pregnant, Shein and Ruyas Leile, then they could return to their original husband right away. Marzirin oisan miyod. If the woman was a kohenes, by sleeping unwittingly with someone that's forbidden to them, they become a zayna. So even after their husband dies, they're not allowed to return back to eat the truma of their father's home. V'mayu kahanas nifsalu min truma, they're disqualified from truma because by sleeping with somebody forbidden with them with an isser karis, they become a zayna, and therefore they become disqualified from kahuna. Okay, the fourth parak is a lot easier, and we look forward to a little easier Mishnayos. I want to thank you very much for joining me for this very difficult parak. I want to also remind you that we started Bava Kama. If you didn't catch it, it is on Torah Anytime, on Kol HaLashon, on Facebook, on YouTube. There is also on YouTube 2 shiurim that I gave here in L.A. Catch it. It's a shir that I gave to the Beis Yaakov of L.A. about kibbud of aim and being easygoing. There's also a shir that I gave to Yeshiva in L.A., the boys, 7th and 8th grade boys, about when is davening, not davening, and Amen and Amen Yesh Me'Rabba. Those 2 shiurim are available on YouTube, on TorahAnytime.com, on Kol HaLashon. If you go on YouTube, remember to subscribe and hit like. We are looking for a sponsor for Parshas Chayei Sarah. If you're interested to sponsor the Chumash Shir on Chayei Sarah, 718-916-3100, rmmwsi@aol.com. Thank you for joining us, and have a good tavach.